Hi guys, just having some fun here, watching my wife play Cooking Fever. It's really a very simple and fun game, and it's kind of taken over our family time. So I want to clear up straight away that when I say this is perfect gameplay, I just mean that she, she'll get the most amount of money from each customer. Okay, and not necessarily the most amount of money possible for the level, because we haven't gotten all the the price upgrades, and but we have got all the tip upgrades, I believe. So, and the reason we didn't get all the price upgrades is I didn't think they were worth it. I can explain it in more detail later. But so let's watch her play. And she's gotten quite fast at this, as you can see, because I think she's basically remembered what people want and what they when they're coming. So one of the points of emphasis I want to address about this game is when someone comes and wants, say, those three items. It doesn't matter how fast you give the first item or second item. It only matters where that bar is when you give the third item. So if someone asks for three, you really have time to make all three and then give it to them at once. So it really just matters how fast you give the last two items. The first one you can almost give instantly. Of course, if you have almost no time, waiting time upgrades, you have to give all three of them pretty fast, or it'll just straight away run down the meter. But as long as the last item is given with the bar at its fullest, you'll get the maximum amount of money and tip from the customer. Okay, so you can see that. So in this case, it's particularly important when the customer wants two trays that you give both the trays first, because you don't have time to put the things on. Like since there's only one tray, you have to put the things on the tray before you give it. So you don't want the last thing you do to be putting things on the tray while the meter goes from full slightly down. And so that's a way of losing money. Like even if you give the guy the first item really fast, it won't produce as much money as waiting a long time to give all three at once. Because if you give the item really fast, it won't bank that extra time and wait for a longer period before it goes down. It'll just still keep going down, and if it goes down too much, you won't have enough time to put the second two items in. So she's doing this fast enough that she can pretty much pick up all the coins as she goes. Some levels, if you're not fast, you can definitely leave the coins on the counter, but that's not our point of emphasis for this video. So yeah, another good habit to get into, which it's just not necessary to always do to play perfectly, is to slide the furthest thing before you slide the closest thing. So you slide the far thing, then the close thing. So then